everyone. Okay, so I'm going to just go over doing the background with texture, different types of texture. I'm going to show you some materials, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I use to make the textures. This is going to be both visual texture, which is, it looks like if you touch it, it'll feel like there's something there. And the other kind of texture is actual texture, which is when you run your hand over it, if you feel the ridges, bumps, and whatever. So on this piece is one I did a while ago. It has both actual texture and visual texture. The actual texture is I put down napkins, like cocktail napkins. They come in 2-ply and 3-ply. If you pull them apart, you can get just the top layer with the design on it. And then I just lay it down with some gesso or matte medium, and you can see here where I'm touching here, even on the edge, you can see there is some actual texture there from the napkin. You run your finger over it, you can feel it. And then the background is visual texture, where it looks like paint is peeling. Back here you can see. So that's kind of what we're going to do with the mask coloring page. So again, here it is. Here's the mask. I've cut it out, left about 1/4 of an inch white border around it just so that it's easier to cut it out. I've added, I don't know if you can see any of this, I've added a rhinestone right on the nose bridge. I've added a little enamel dot up here at the top, and there is some glitter gel pen in there. I don't know if you can see that. There are some parts in there that I've colored with glitter gel pen in the flower and down here. Okay. So I'm going to use this, which was an old Ziploc box. I'm just going to use this surface to do my painting on. These are the things I'm going to use. This will produce sort of kind of like an actual texture. Because the plastic is so thin, when you lay it down, all you're going to see is the black. You won't see the white. And this is just an old bag. I think I got it from, I'm not sure, my stepmom gave this to me, so I like the crinkle. The more you wrinkle it, the more it'll lay down, and the more you'll get these nice texture with the flowers. I may use this because, again, this is part of the colors that was in the challenge, in the prompt for the mask coloring page. And then, like I said, well, you could use music sheet. I have an actual sheet music here, and then I have one of the scrapbook pages that have sheet music on them. And then you use words like this. And then this is visual texture. This was done on a jelly plate. Someone actually sent this to me, and I really love the pattern and the texture that it created, and it has the colors in it that we're supposed to be working with for the mask. And then some more scrapbooking paper, the lines. I really love these lines and the vintagey look to it. And then I may or may not use this. So this will probably be just another element in the, this will be just another element on the sheet, on the artwork. So, along with the damask, that is if I use it. I don't know yet. It's so pretty, and I have a hard time parting with things that are pretty. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but I know I do. And things are just so pretty, and you don't want to mess it up or use it and not like it, and it just gets my anxiety up. So, on this, to get this ready, we are going to use use Gesso. It's just a thicker white acrylic. If you don't have Gesso but you have white acrylic, you can use that. It's the same thing. This is just thicker. It's got a little bit of glue in it, so it's a little bit more durable. Gotta find a brush. Okay. So first things first. We're just going to put down a layer of gesso. This is called preparing your page or your painting. You want to cover it, give a good covering so that stuff will stick to it like other paints, and maybe more than that. There is also black gesso, and again you can use black acrylic paint and it does the same thing, but it gives you a black background to work off of instead of a white. You can also add color to the white gesso, and then that way you can have like an actual color. Like some people will add maybe a more antique white. So I'm just dry brushing this, maybe add a little bit of water just to get this to move around. Let's get this closer to me. Got so much stuff on my desk. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't have to be neat. You can leave the streaks in, because again, this is gonna just all about texture, adding a little bit of interest to your page or to your painting page. I keep saying page because I also do art journaling. Let's give this a nice good covering. Spread this around. And this will dry matte, a matte white. Make sure I get all my corners. Okay, so drying that takes a couple of minutes, drying it with a hair dryer. Okay, and then I'm going to start just, figuring out what side I'm going to use. Torn edges are probably better than the straight edges. This is all curling for some reason. Okay, and then I like to lay them out, kind of, just to get an idea of where I would put them. I try not to line them up too much. Let's do this. See, this is just stickers with stuff on them, which also are great. I might cut this up into smaller pieces like that, and I do them different, and I overlap them. And let's see, what else do we have? I know I was looking for my phone books, and you can also use magazines, but this is a great way to use these things. I know no one else uses them for anything else. some of this because I want some of this text right here. Some of that, and maybe some of this, like that. Okay, so we'll use these. Scraps for something else. Okay, and I always build up around the edges and then just slowly move in. And you don't have to fill the whole thing up with stuff, you know, because we're going to add more. This is just layer 1, or technically layer 2, because we did put the gesso down. And so this is going to just peek through some parts. Okay, and then I use, this is gel matte medium, and it's basically Elmer's glue mixed with water. I mean, you can make your own with that. So we're going to use this to glue our stuff down. That should be enough. Okay. You can let it hang off the edge a little bit to make sure you get the edge covered. And then we'll just cut it off later once we're done. So you want to go, oh, this is a sticker, so let's take this off. Even though this is a sticker, I still want to use a little bit of matte medium because it'll help it stay. There we go. You want to go over everything as you're gluing it down. The matte medium also works just like the gesso. It gives a good surface to receive more, to receive paint. So if you're going to use acrylic paint over this, so from here, I'm going to start laying down some of that bag as well. And you see how the white part just kind of melts away and all you get is the black. And it's really nice. So let me cut up some more of this. tidy it up a little bit. Now I may also add a little bit of tissue to this because I still have this whole space to cover. And I think I want to do something a little different than the bag. So give me a second and I'm going to go pull out some of my tissue. Okay, so I had a better idea. I have some of this, which is, you know, pattern paper that you buy. Stuff is really thin and really nice to work with. It'll give us a little bit of lines in there too. So I'm just going to lay this over here. I'll punch it up. Like that. Actually, I'm going to put it down here. Okay, and then the same thing like I did with the bag, you want to scrunch it up. And that'll give you that actual texture. You can see how nice that looks. Ah, love it. Love, love, love. Let's get under here. Okay, I'll put this over it. Maybe just a little bit more at the top. Right up here. Up. Okay, and then I'm gonna let this dry. Actually, I might use my blow dryer on it, my hair dryer. Okay, so there we have. You can see. Let's turn this way because it's better. You can see here where you have actual texture, which is the scrunched up tissue paper like stuff. And then you can also see the visual texture, which is just to add interest, and that is the wording in the background. So this will all, of course, keep, you keep layering on top of it, it'll all start to just kind of meld together and be one cohesive piece. And then, of course, putting different types of textures on it helps give it more depth and more interest. So next step is I'm going to show you guys modeling paste. Didn't work. Okay, so with my modeling paste, which is this, I'm just using Liquitex modeling paste. This is a medium gel, so it's not as thick. It's easier for mixing things into, like sand, tea, little glass seed beads, and that's just to give texture. They do have modeling paste that dries clear. This one dries white. The clear stuff is really good for adding the glass beads too, because then you also get the glitteriness of them through the modeling paste. But I like to use this one because you can paint over it as well. So I'm going to use, this is a palette knife. I don't take good care of my stuff. I should clean it after I use it, but I don't. So, oh well. I'm going to use a brick pattern stencil. And it's just a 6x6 inch stencil brick pattern. I really like this brand of stencils. It's from the craftersworkshop.com, and this one's designed by Jane, and there she is. I really like their stencils. They're very sturdy. They can take my abuse. If you find your board is curling up on you, you can either do this or take the blow dryer and blow dry on the back, and it'll dry it from the back. So I'm in a hurry, so I'm just going to deal with it for right now. Okay, so you lay your stencil down. Get a good size glop. Actually, it's better to do it from the back. You have more control. And you're just going to scrape it over. And then you just peel it up. Got a nice brick pattern. I'm going to do a little bit down here as well. Yeah. And you don't want this stuff to dry on your stuff, because it will dry hard and you'll never get it off, ever. So excuse me while I go clean this off. Okay, so from here I start adding color and any other elements or embellishments that I want to add to it. And few things that I had ideas of using are sequins, you know, for the jewel parts. Remember, there are hanging pieces here, so I was thinking of using some sequins for that, a little sparkle. I also have some gems. I have some glass crystals here that I could use. I have some flat pieces here that I might use and stick in here instead of leaving it the blue. I don't know. Still playing with things. More sequins. Another idea I had is to hang off of the edge maybe some charms. I don't know. Still thinking about that. Got some musical charms here. Got some angel wings, hearts. So I don't know. Still playing with it. And but I think I'm definitely going to use some of the sequins. I think so. We shall see. The colors I've picked are, you know, to stick with our colors, which was blue, green, black, gold, I think. I'm breaking my rules a little bit, adding some other things, and I've got a metallic chocolate brown, which I thought would be really pretty with the colors, and I've got some golds here. I've got a holographic. It'll just be, you know, to add a little bit of more glitz to it. I have a metallic black, and then my greens and my blues. So yeah, these are the colors I'm going to use somehow in some way. So let's get going. And I'm just going to speed this all up so you can see how I do things. And if y'all have any questions, please leave them down below, all that good stuff. Oh, I did want to show y'all, I also have gelatos here with me that I may use. These are, I forgot what they were called. It was a special set, but they're like nice, icy, but super pretty, soft colors that I may use it somehow. I don't know yet. I just pulled all my stuff. These have some shimmer in them. I pulled all my stuff down. They're kind of magical and bright. So let's go. Let's see what I come up with.